So this is my final evaluation for the Unit 10, which we were asked to do a project, which one has an audience under 17 years old. Well, at the beginning, I gonna tell a little bit the process of think and come up with an idea. So at the beginning, I must say it was really difficult because you know this project has to be for really young generation, and I'm 21 years old, and I am not updated with what is going on nowadays in the minds of the young generations. So basically, at the beginning, I found it really complicated. But we, Michelle was talking about the difference, uh, the different stages that the kids go through the ages, and she even gave us a link where you can see different age range, and there you can see what kind of things or characteristics has the person who has this certain age that you want to. Obviously, all of them under 18 years old. Well, we were, well, I'm guessing me and Laura, we spoke to do together this project because both of us were delayed in Unit 9, so that means that we were already losing time for this project of Unit 10. So yeah, we thought we should do it together. So the first thing we needed to think is the idea, the concept, and it was kind of easy because we were talking about a movie which uh, which we went to watch with the college to the cinema, and this movie was about a homosexual couple. And basically, when we were watching this movie, some people around us, they were kind of they were commenting about some scenes, not really in a good way, but they were kind of immature about what they about what was the story of the movie. So basically, from there we were thinking in the sexual identity concept. Our main purpose for this project is to normalize sexual identity. So I will say the concept is a really good one because nowadays, if you search sexual identity, everything, you can find videos of a 13 years old boy who is talking about his sexual identity. So I think nowadays it's really good to talk about this subject and trying to normalize them because people is more open-minded. Well, most of the people is more open-minded. Well, the format, it was kind of difficult for us. We didn't want to make any animation, And as well, we saw what are we going to do, how we can relate animation and sexual identity. It's kind of hard, or we didn't know how to do it. Maybe that was our mistake. We should look more or research more for more techniques. Anyways, the format the we decide is kind of a self-esteem documentary, I will say, which is basically an expository documentary, but we wanted to make it as if we are a coach of the people who are watching it. And in this case, it's gonna be people from 11 to 17 years old. So we want them to feel, we want them to see a kind of documentary or kind of like if a coach are talking to them, and we want them when they see this documentary, we want them to think that this is a normal thing, and we imagine like if they go to a movie and it's about homosexuality or any other thing, they should be more aware that that exists and is something normal. About research, I need to say that the concept sexual identity has like a lot of aspects, because at the beginning we were like, okay, we should talk about how many kind of sexual identities you can find, and we were researching about it, and yeah, we were researching about it, and there is like a 12, and in some places it says there is like a 74. So we didn't want to go for this side with our concept, because we don't gonna have time to to touch every single sexual identity. Um, what else? Well, techniques. I will say the we were trying to get some new techniques, in the sense like to create new titles, because as obviously this audience is younger, so we thought it could be fun to do some little animations in our titles. We were researching about, and we did have a test shot, I will say, with one technique, which is um, basically take photos of a object, and in each photo you are going to move this object to another position, and then when you put down to the program, you put these images all together, and it goes with the movement, but it's not a really fluid movement. It looks like something it looks like this object is being moved for something, or for magic or something like that, in my opinion. So I thought that was a really good technique, but at the end we didn't use this technique because it was looking kind of crappy the way we did it. I know some people they do it, they it looks nicer, but ours it didn't look really good. So what we used instead was After Effects, and we did we did some animations like Love Yourself and like a rainbow and all that stuff, which I think it looks really good. Then, yeah, talking about research, I need to touch the audience research. This was really, really, really difficult because we were trying to contact with um, with some organizations which um, which well they're called like LGBT, and as well there is another one which is called Freedom. Well, we were trying to contact them because we wanted some information, and they are an expert talking um, with childrens of this kind of ages. That's which is what we are looking for. We couldn't get in contact, so I'm thinking, in this sense, the research related with the audience, they weren't really successful. Um, well, this is something that we should know could happen, but we thought, okay, we have time and we can get in touch with them, but we couldn't, and even we trying to call them everything. Some of the numbers they were wrong, so yeah, it was a pity because I think this kind of organization they could give us really good information on what should we show in our documentary. Okay, so then I'm gonna talk um about the filming. Well, the filming days, they were, yes, they were really at the last, really close to the deadline, which mean the editing it was really close to the deadline too. Uh, the filming days, in general, they were good. I think we got really good audios and the camera. I think it was good. Um, the camera was good in two interviews. One of them is the Mia, and the other in Amy's, because we frame the person who is being interviewed in the right uh, in the right place. Because if you see Sam and Giovanni interview, they don't look really nice. Sam's interview has like he's in the middle, and sometimes you can not see the head, the top of the head, which is not really good. And we should make sure that you have negative space around the person who is being interviewed. So this is the first, well, a mistake that I see in the filming. Um, well, one thing that I want to highlight is that all the equipment it was working properly. We didn't have any problem, nothing. Which last time we were having a problem with the SD card, but this time it was everything good. In terms of the interviews, as I said before, I saw these few mistakes about the position of the person who is being interviewed, but as well I want to talk how did they go. I think the people who has participate in our interviews, they were really open and they were really confident about themselves, and talking about something like this is really hard, I imagine. So they were really confident and they were explaining deep things, which is really not easy for anyone to talk about something like that really easy. So I really enjoy that, and I really do thank you to everyone because they weren't shy, and that's really, really fundamental. Um, what I wanted to say is we did get all the information that we needed from the interviews, but I feel like before the interviews we need to talk more with the person, in the sense like we should talk to them about how what is the project, what are the characters, what are the audience, everything. Because sometimes when we were starting the interviews, we didn't let the person know that this documentary is going to be direct to a young audience. So maybe they were talking like um, about their experience, but not about their experience when they were more young. Which, for one side, this is what we need to to yeah, this is what we need. Um, well, this is all I need to say about the interviews. And then the post production, as I said before, it was really close to the deadline, which is not good because you don't have time to go over and over again. And I think that when you are editing something, you should check everything again, audio, everything. And we did not have the time for this. We just put something together and see if this is going to be good enough for to accomplish with this unit. Um, well, I will say that even knowing that we didn't have enough time editing, the project has still the message that we wanted to do. Because I don't know, I feel like when they see the interviews of these people, they see them. They see the way they're talking and all that stuff, and I don't think they gonna care too much about the effects. Well, overall, I think this unit is hard. I think we need more time to research in our audience. It's not enough time. Um, and as well, think about if I want to talk to someone under 18, I need parents' permission. And sometimes it's really difficult because maybe they don't want, or maybe you know someone, but you can use their image because they're under 18, but you can contact to their parents, so you have footage, but you cannot use it, which is pointless. So yeah, I feel like you kind of need a amount of time to get the audience, research audience. Well, if someone is gonna participate in your documentary who is going to be under 18, you need the permission, parents' permission. So it's really, really hard. You need this one. I think more or less we got what the brief is asking us. I don't know if I'm really happy. I will say that we will need to do more research. Um, Things to remember for the next time. It will be the it will be the pre-production. I think this is a really common mistake in my project. Um, it's really good if you go organization in your pre-production, if you do your paperwork before, and then you know which days are. The problem here, which days are you going to fail? The problem here was that the interviews, we didn't know when the people are going to be available, so we just basically were waiting for people, which sometimes it happened, but sometimes obviously it's a pain because you need to wait and these things need to get done, but you're still waiting. So at the end, is everything a pile of of things that you should have done from the beginning. Um, and yeah, that's all for my final evaluation. Thank you.